Welcome everybody, Michele Place. Nice to see you. I wanted to bring a simple exercise to you today called prayer hands. The goal of prayer hands is to help correct the tendency for the rounded shoulders, forward head, overstretched upper to mid back muscles. It's simple, it's effective, you can do it anywhere. And I think when we're probably spending more time on the computers, maybe around the TV, etc., it can be very helpful. When we do start to compress here, we also close off our breath. So the top of the lungs starts to become impinged here, collapse. So opening this space up is not only great for our posture, but it's great for our health. It helps us to breathe more fully. Shout out to Dave Townsend at Santa Rosa Physical Therapy. He's the person that showed me this exercise. Let's get started. So we're going to bring the hands together at the heart center. I like to just press my sternum into my thumbs a little bit, which just from the get-go facilitates a nice opening of the shoulders. From here, we're going to go ahead and start to peel the pinky, the ring, the middle, the index, and the thumb away from each other. I'm going to continue to guide my hands around my body until I feel that upper mid-back area right by the shoulder blades, and then come back together. And let's try that again, and then we'll bring in some nuances that make this really effective. So once again, opening out, reaching back with the pinky. Imagine you're in a pneumatic tube and you're trying to feel, you're walking down the hall in the dark, you're trying to feel your way with your hands. Imagine those pinkies could connect behind your body. Feel that back area, the traps coming back in. Make sure that you're not up into your neck, and go ahead and relax that. So a couple things that make this more effective. When we bring the hands back, if you can see here, the pivot point for my hand is the elbow. So the elbow is not moving back, right? As my hands move out, it's as if this elbow is just resting on a counter and the hands come back. That's very important. If the elbow starts to pull back, you can see right away what happens to my chest and shoulders. I start to round, right? It's exactly what we're not trying to do. And again, from the side, I'll show you that. So as I start to tip, there go my shoulder blades. I'm rounding into that upper body. I'm trying to pull my hands back, but not a great posture. I'm sure it doesn't look good, and it doesn't feel very good. So let's try it with those elbows forward. So here we are in this position, sternum and thumbs sort of connected. So my elbows are kind of reaching forward a little bit from my underarms. And then gently opening out. So the work, it takes a little effort, but that's what makes this exercise really effective. So keep those elbows forward, but keep trying to pull those hands back, right? And you'll notice a difference in those muscles in the shoulder blade area. It really changes versus this movement. I'm not feeling those muscles at all. So if my elbows are forward, there they are. You can hold that 5 to 10 seconds. Again, make sure that you are not up in your neck, right? Your collarbones are smiling. And then come back to center. I want to try that one more time. Here we go, peeling. So you can see, you could do this walking. I do this walking a lot. You can do this when you have a break at your computer. You can do it during Zoom. Turn your video off. No one will know the difference. And then coming back in. A couple more things that I'd like to bring your attention to. My hands are very active. They're always turning out. So even as I come to this point, I'm still reaching those pinkies back behind me. And that pinky connection really increases that activation between the shoulder blades. And then lastly, make sure that you're not popping the ribs as the arms come out. You know, we're not looking for the movement really from that lower thoracic region. We're really looking for that movement to be happening sort of mid and upper thoracic. So I have a nice sense of core here as I'm opening my arms out, and just enough. And then bringing those hands back together. Good, and relax and roll it out. I wanted to just bring your attention to one more thing, in terms of posture. When you're not doing that exercise, but just moving through life, is what's the best way to correct that forward head and shoulder, rolled shoulder posture. So I'm going to turn to the side. So many times we'll hear people say, bring your head up and back. Well, if I have rounded shoulders and my head is forward, if I just bring my head back, this is what happens. Again, my neck is very uncomfortable. It's very compressed. This is still tight and compressed. You can see how that really didn't do much for my posture. In fact, I felt even worse. So I'd like to guide you into a way that I feel is better for you to bring your head up and back. So here we are again, kind of compressed through the lungs, shoulders are rolled forward, head is forward. And so instead of focusing on my head, I'm going to start to focus on my sternum. I'm lifting my sternum up. My collarbone's widened, they're smiling, and my head just floats up and back on its own. I didn't do anything with my head and neck. It just happened. So again, here's my computer posture, right? And I just begin to start to lift the sternum up, and my collarbones open, my head floats up and back. Much more space, much more breath available. Feels good. I hope you like this exercise. I hope you find it helpful. Share it with family and friends. My next video is going to be on some shoulder mobility. I hope you join me. Good to see you. Have a great rest of your day.